There we go.
Welcome to another episode
And
of Regular Shmos Podcast.
All live, baby. We live now.
Gia.
So, first things first, man. I think we gotta take a quick moment of silence.
Yeah.
My man Craig Sager.
Just found out about that, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, he passed away, man, today. 65. Wow. I mean, I'd say he had a long life.
Yeah, pretty good career.
Yeah. Got to mingle with the stars.
Yeah, some nice suits.
Oh, yeah. Lavish.
Lavish suits.
And loud like a motherfucker.
Loud, colorful. That man dressed like a black man, fool.
Like a black man. Oh, man. I'd say he definitely had his own style.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
The color choices and all that, man, for sure.
And all the players always gave him shit about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett told him to burn one time.
To burn one?
Yeah, he was like, he was doing an interview. He's like, first of all, you take this whole suit and you burn it. Craig Sager was like, is there anything I can keep from it? He's like, nothing.
Burn the whole suit.
Burn that motherfucker.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, man. And he died of leukemia.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Then he was diagnosed, I think, in like 2007.
Damn, that long ago?
Yeah, he was diagnosed in 2007, and
wow.
Just recently, I think in 2014 is when it like really starting to hit him pretty bad.
Yeah.
And so, let me get my notes here. Yeah, so that's when he started doing a lot of chemotherapy, and his thing as far as the cancer was to try to make every NBA game.
Yeah, after he found out, I'm not trying to miss one. What happened?
I might be doing that same shit from last time, though.
You want to pull up the?
Oh yeah, let me see.
So we can view it.
There it is, right there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. So his thing as far as fighting the leukemia,
yeah, something
that gave him drive was trying to make it to every NBA game that he was scheduled to I guess broadcast or interview players and coaches.
Try not to miss a game, just be a part of it.
Yeah, that was his drive, man, because he felt like if he missed a game, then the cancer's winning.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and one example.
I don't think he really showed it then. I didn't ever see it.
Yeah,
I just found out when he told me. So
yeah, well, the thing is that he would actually do chemotherapy like sometimes. Well, no, typically the week of like the games.
Yeah,
he'd be doing chemotherapy maybe the day before.
Okay.
Being that we're here in San Antonio, something that was kind of close to home.
Yeah.
In May of 2016, he actually was in Houston in the morning to do some chemotherapy, and if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong, but a blood transfusion as well, because he needed some blood transfusion and he would do some stem cells.
Damn.
And then he would do his chemotherapy.
Yeah.
And he'd be laid up, just chilling in the hospital bed.
So he didn't really lose his hair or nothing like that?
Yeah, when he did chemotherapy, he did. That's when he was out for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like during the 2015.
Okay.
That was during 2015, and then he came back for a little bit, and then in May of 2016, he was in Houston.
Yeah.
Doing his chemotherapy, and that same day he drove down to San Antonio to do a game, and it was the Spurs and OKC.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, man. So and then right after the game, I think he stayed here in San Antonio, and then the very next morning he went back to Houston to do some more chemotherapy. And
wow.
And that was his life for a while, man. That's that's the kind of shit that he would do on a daily basis.
Yeah, cancer, man.
Yeah, leukemia, and it was
leukemia.
They said, well, it's a cancer. It's a type of cancer,
okay.
But they said the type of cancer he had was maybe a little bit rare, because it was a blood type cancer.
Yeah,
it wouldn't allow, I think, white cells to flourish to fight off infections.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so and like I said, that was the life he lived for a while, man. Just in and out of hospitals, doing the chemotherapy.
Wild,
but I mean, to him, that was his fight. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what he was about. That's what he would do. So, man, I hope it ain't chopping.
Yeah.
But anyway, and yeah, he had been battling it, for the most part, the last 2 years, as far as it being very evident in his face and
Okay.
and his body structure. So man, that was pretty tough for him to
Yeah.
and his family. Our
For sure,
condolences. Our condolences out to him. And this year was actually the first time that he did the NBA Finals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he had it was I think overall as far as sports broadcasting, I think it was like almost 30 years with TNT.
Damn.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, that's where I saw him most of the time. TNT.
yeah, and this year was the first year he got to do NBA Finals, and even what's his face?
Which one?
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Yeah, even LeBron James was like, what? He was interviewing him for the finals, and he was like, what? Over 30 years, you never did NBA Finals? Like, he looked at the camera, he's like, that's ridiculous.
For real?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he was surprised too, man. That's crazy. I thought he always did it. Well, I guess I never, paid attention.
Yeah. And then, so, yeah, man. And then, like I said, yeah, this year NBA Finals. And also, actually, almost a year next month, Stuart Scott passed away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember Stuart Scott?
Yeah.
He was known for his hip-hop style.
Yeah.
Kind of sports analyst.
Yeah.
And all the catchy phrases he would use.
Yeah, the catchy phrases.
Yeah, for ESPN.
Sure. Yeah.
And so that's almost a year going. He actually also died of a cancer.
Yeah.
It was appendiceal cancer.
Damn.
Yeah, also another rare form of cancer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Hell yeah, man. Those guys, wow.
And with Craig Sager passing away, that closes the trifecta, because you know how some people say, when these people celebrities die, they die in threes.
Yeah, they die in threes.
Yeah, so we have Florence Henderson,
yeah,
who was Miss Brady.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then we had Alan Thicke,
yeah,
who's from the the Facts of Life.
Not Family Matters. That's the black one. You know what I'm saying? I always get them mixed up.
Growing Pains.
Growing Pains.
Yeah.
There you go.
I used to watch that show as a kid, man.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I heard he was playing soccer or something the day before he died.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
he's playing soccer with his boys.
I think it was during.
During. And he had a heart attack then.
Yeah, he was playing with his 19-year-old son, and I guess he just collapsed, man. And
damn.
Had a heart attack, though. So I mean, just goes to show.
69 years old.
No matter how famous you are, no matter how healthy you are, I mean.
Yeah, when it's your time, it's your time.
When you go. I mean, there's no subtlety about it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you head out.
Damn, that's wild.
Shit, I saw a YouTube video or a clip or something like that where this guy, I don't think it was here in the States. It might have been overseas somewhere.
Yeah.
But it was like during a snow, wintry day, and it was real foggy, real misty. It was, you could tell there was snow on the floor or on the street, sidewalk, and you see this gentleman walking, and I guess the car loses control or something, and he fishtails, and the back end of the vehicle, I mean, he's going at least 40, 50, 60 miles maybe.
Yeah.
The back end fishtails, and he's trying to get control, but he can't. And as he comes across, he fishtails into the sidewalk, right into a pedestrian, man.
Damn.
I mean, he flips him in the air maybe 3-4 times.
Damn.
And then he slides almost half a block down, and he would have slid more, but he hit a stop sign pole.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he hit a stop sign pole, and boom, dude, he stopped right there.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he wasn't dead, I mean, damn.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
He's
pretty
lucky to
close
be alive.
to it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, for real. That's
wild, man.
Real lucky to be alive. So what else going on, man?
Man, just again, shit, another normal day for me, man. The traffic was bad like a motherfucker, fool. It took me 35 minutes. Well, I'm coming from 20 miles away, so it don't take a minute a mile. That shit ain't
no minute mile.
I was going 2 miles an hour the whole time, fool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just had to give me something to eat before I came too. So
man.
Yeah,
this thing, I don't know why it's dropping frames though.
I know this shit. And it's on the 30 frames per second too, so. What up, is that you, Frank? You watching?
Man, hold up.
That's somebody watching, yo.
So, but yeah, man, so, and then, and then the drive over here?
The drive over here? Yeah. That shit was great. Well, once I got into Kirby, I was all good. It took me like 5 minutes. That's why I made sure you were at the crib and you didn't have no problems with traffic. Because I'm like,
I work real close to my house.
Yeah, I was like, not everybody work 5 minutes from their house, so you know, you got lucky on that.
Matter of fact, I had a lot of shit. I did a lot of shit.
Yeah,
before, yeah, I went over to Subway.
Like, what the fuck? I did this, and this thing still ain't here.
I went to Subway and then I had to go back to my office, and then came back home. I ate. I got everything set up for the most part, and then here we are.
Did a lot in an hour.
Yeah, just about
45 minutes
doing
to an
a little
hour.
traveling.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Hey, you ever heard of the Burning Man?
The Burning Man, what is that one?
It's like this festival that they have.
I think I heard
out
something.
Out in the desert.
Damn.
Yeah, man. I heard about it not too long ago.
Burning Man.
Yeah. And it's like a festival they have, man. It's real crazy. It's real crazy. There's they have a lot of things going on. Like they have like boats. Like, you know how they do like the parade.
Yeah.
Boats. They'll be on like wheels.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, these boats, they'll just go. They just drive through like the event.
Yeah.
And you can actually get on the boats, and it's free beer, free drinks.
Ooh.
Yeah. You're mingling with people.
Yeah.
And they have different types of stuff like that. They burn stuff.
Okay.
You know, they build like this. You remember that one video from Dr. Dre and Tupac? I think it was California Love.
California Love.
When they first start in the beginning.
Yeah.
And they're
it's like the
in
Mad Max.
Yeah, they're like in a Mad Max dome or something like that. Okay,
yeah.
well they build something like that, right? And then they have some people that are in like these bungees or something like that.
Okay.
And they have, I think, foam swords or yeah, like styrofoam swords. And they'll just jump at each other, man. They'll just be slapping each other with the swords and shit. Yeah, they've got them tied up in like these bungee shits, man.
It's funny though.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. I want to try to go out there one time.
Yeah.
And try to experience that shit, man.
Where's that one held at?
It's in the desert, so in Vegas somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where, but it's called Burning Man.
Burning Man. And
yeah.
I've heard of that name. I just don't know what the festival actually involves and all that.
And also, I heard like they have this bar.
Yeah.
You go into this bar, and everybody knows. Excuse me. Everybody knows that in this bar, all the bartenders, whoever works there, will straight up lie to you.
What? Like how?
Yeah, like
about what?
The one story that I heard is that the guy goes into the bar, you know, he orders some drinks, and then the I don't know if he ordered wine or a beer, and he's like, oh man, you know, this drink's real good, and the bartender tells him, well, yeah, I made this myself. And he's like, you want to see my brewery?
What?
And I think it was from a Duncan Trussell and Joe Rogan excerpt.
Okay. From
the Joe Rogan Experience, yeah. And I think Duncan Trussell, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
And I think he was amongst other things. I don't know if you ever heard of Duncan Trussell?
I think I may have heard him once, but not, you know, I don't know any.
No.
I can't recall any jokes or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, no, he's a fascinating man. I mean, he's just crazy. Some of the shit. He has a podcast also. You should check it out. But anyway, he was explaining that he went into this bar and he's like, you know, the guy tells him, he brings out a cell phone. He's like, yeah, you know, check this out. He's like, he goes through some pictures and it's like some kind of fake tub stuff. And he's like, what the hell is this?
What the hell's that?
Yeah, he's like, man, he's like, okay, I didn't really make it. You know what I mean? And then Duncan Trussell's like, you're lying, ain't you? You're lying. Oh, okay. And so, and they'll even try to have you believe that they're not lying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was saying that the bartender would tell him, like, look, man, I'm done lying, man. All right, I know everybody in this bar is gonna bullshit you, but right now, I'm not bullshitting you. All right, I'm done lying.
You try to tell him something real.
Yeah, then he tries to tell him some other shit, man. But yeah, I want to check that out, the Burning Man.
Hell yeah, man. That one sounds like a good. I'm telling you, I heard of it somewhere. I just can't recall what the hell they were talking about, man. But yeah, that's something I want to check out in the desert too.
Yeah, it's on the desert, bro, and you have to wear like these goggles. You have to wear these goggles. Yeah.
Oh, because of the wind and whatnot.
Yeah, the wind and the dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said, man, like they have a designated team that just goes around and picks up, you know, any kind of trash or whatever. Okay. There's security there. Yeah. You know, and there's all kinds of shit, man.
Try to make you feel safe.
Yeah, sure. I think it's like a week event or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you go out there and spend however long you can make it.
However long you can make it. Yeah, because there's no rooms, there's no hotels, nothing like that. You have to camp out.
Yeah.
So it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. If you can, you can Google it. And,
I will definitely
go under images. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, I've heard that before, so I'm gonna check that out, man.
What else good, man?
Man, I know they have a lot of in the desert. They'll probably throw like a electronic dance music festival out there too, dude. You know what I mean?
True that.
Bring a lot of people out there, dog. And like me, when I think about that, like some people hold concerts or whatever, and they try to hold it in the city or whatever. They can't have as many people as they can have when they, out in the boondocks, fool. And I know, like the one in Ibiza, man. That's the biggest one, and that's kind of held out.
Where?
In Ibiza, it's like a different.
Ibiza?
Yeah.
Is that a different?
I want to say it's its own little country, but it might just be an island. You know what I mean? So I don't know what country has it under its rule, but I know it's its own island for sure.
Yeah.
And out there is where they hold one of the biggest EDM music festivals out there,
really?
man. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And out there is like, I know it gets crazy. They probably have like 100,000, 150,000 plus. You know what I mean?
Easy.
They can get up easy for sure. You can get up there into the 300,000, dog, for sure.
Man.
I know what Steve Aoki, dog.
Yeah.
He could be out there for sure.
Yeah. Did you catch that Netflix doc?
I seen one of them for sure. I seen one where, like I said, he was gonna do like a homecoming thing because he's from LA, but he lived between LA and New York because his mom and his dad separated. So his dad lived in New York, his mom lived in LA.
Yeah.
So his first home was really LA, and he tried to hold a concert at the Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
And he had a set date and all that, but he had to make the record still before he even went out there.
Yeah.
So he didn't even get a chance to finish his record by the time the date was coming up, so he had to cancel his concert, and he didn't even get to. He couldn't reschedule it because Madison Square Garden is so packed, like with the dates and all that, they're filled up for years, so you can't even get another date until years later.
Yeah,
that's just wild, man.
And that documentary is called "I'll Sleep When I'm Dead."
Yeah,
because man, his work ethic, is off the chain, dude.
He's one of the most traveled DJs.
Yeah, one of the most traveled DJs. I mean, he really made a name for himself, man.
Yeah,
and I mean, if you've never, I hadn't really seen any of his shows, and so I started checking him out. I mean, the guy has some crazy fucking shows. I mean, he'll go around caking people. Oh man, I gotta do this shit. I gotta get my battery. Hold up, man. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I like to thank everybody for tuning in. If you are, appreciate the love. Regular Shmos podcast. We trying to make it here every week for y'all. If not, we'll get in what we can. But we here for y'all. Send us. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share. You know what I mean? Let us know what's going on.
Sorry about that. So anyway, so he has one of the livest shows. I mean, he goes around throwing cakes on people.
Yeah, he's known for caking people.
That's crazy. And they want to get caked on.
And they want to get caked.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, unfortunately, he can't make it. He can't make it all the way to the back. But these fools, they want to get caked on, man. That's crazy that they'll do that shit.
Yeah, exactly, dog.
And he be popping bottles, spraying everybody.
Yeah, and he drinks that shit. Like, I thought it was just he's a celebrity. He gets free bottles or whatever, but he actually drinks, dog. Like, I didn't think so, but he gets fucked
I don't know if he still parties like he used to.
Yeah, he may have slowed down a little bit, but
because he was real close friends with DJ AM.
Yeah,
and he died of an overdose. I'm not sure what it was. I think it was maybe some
prescription pills.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not sure of the two that he mixed, but he died of the two mixing.
Man, so that was pretty wild to hear, and they actually they I think they kind of came up together.
Yeah.
Him and Travis Barker was in the scene as well from Blink 182.
Yeah.
He's a real badass drummer.
Yep.
And but he talked about how he kind of slowed down the drinking after DJ AM passed away. Yeah.
Show, man.
And man, I mean, so he's throwing cakes on people. I mean, he's running around the stage like crazy.
Yeah.
He's diving into the crowd.
Yeah.
He'll be surfing in a what's that, like a little rowboat or something?
I don't know. Is it a boat? Sometimes a pool, blown up pool, or something. I know it's always something different. Whatever he can get his hands on. You know what I mean? Like it could be a boat. It could be a
go crowd
pool.
surfing. Good thing he ain't that heavy. You know
Yeah. And people think, you know, they can do that. I can do that. I can do that. I can jump in the crowd. Shit, that shit hurts, dog.
Yeah.
He even fucking says it too. Like jumping in the pool, people think it's gonna be all smooth, this and that. You don't know where you're landing. So when you jump in there, you can get your back, you know, pushed in or whatever.
Yeah.
I know even MGK, I think he like broke a rib jumping, but he used to jump like 2 stories into the crowd and get his rib broke or something like that.
That man's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Insane.
Dog. In the membrane.
Yeah. Man, you know what? So I don't know if you know, man, but his dad created Benihana's.
Yeah, that was wild when I first saw that.
Yeah, I didn't, man, that was crazy because we used to have a Benihana's here.
Yeah.
I remember that.
We don't have one anymore? It's probably gone. They're all gone.
Well, as far as the one that I knew, which was off I-10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one changed into something else.
Yeah, you're right.
They changed it into something else, but that used to be the Benihana's.
Yeah.
And and so, you know, he even says, I think his name was I don't remember his first name, but it was Rocky, and they just called him Rocky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rocky Aoki.
Aoki, yeah.
But I mean, this guy was like a thrill junkie. You know what I mean? He was he wanted that excitement.
Yeah,
you know?
dog.
I mean, he set records.
He did.
You know, he came over to the U.S. as a wrestler for the Olympic team for Japan.
Yeah. And
when he came over, he defected.
Yeah.
And he stayed in the U.S. You know, he saved
That's wild, man.
He had some money saved up, and his first thing was to come up with Benihana's.
Yeah.
And to bring, you know, actual, I guess, chefs or cooks from Japan.
Yeah. And
they actually had to go through a rigorous, I want to say, training.
Okay.
When they were in Japan, they had to have at least 3 years of.
Oh yeah, the chefs, the training that they get.
3 years of apprenticeship in Japan.
Yeah. And
then they had to go through a 6-week course as far as English.
Oh, that's it.
Before they even made it. Before they even made it to the chef's table. You know what I mean?
You have to know this and this before you get here, dog.
Yeah, and I mean, he brought a lot of that culture.
Yeah.
You know, through Benihana's.
Yeah.
So that was pretty wild to see, man.
Culture.
Yeah, I mean, you see them flipping all the knives
and the way they do it, man. They didn't have it connected to their hand or their wrist or nothing. It's just staying connected. Like, I don't know what the hell they do. That's just wild. And then they flip shit up and just land, and they're not really moving, but they actually getting in top of their chef's hat. Yeah. That's wild, man.
So have you ever been to that Tokyo Steakhouse?
Yeah, I've been to the Tokyo Steakhouse.
Yeah, because they kind of do that.
Yeah.
And I remember being there one time, and he looked at, I think, one of my friends or something. He's like, "Hey, you want an egg roll?" And I was like, yeah, okay. So he got an egg out, an actual egg, and rolled it to him.
He rolled it to him,
man. I was like, what? I was like, okay, you cool?
Hell yeah.
So that was cool, man. They're funny. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. I seen them the way they do the onion. They flip it up on top of each other and make it like a volcano type thing, man. That's wild.
Yeah, man. It's entertaining.
It's entertaining,
you know, and then the food's good.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, you got those 3 things right there.
Yeah, dog.
I mean, that makes for a good chemistry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
they cook it all in front of you.
Yeah, man. And so, so back to Rocky Aoki, man. So
yeah.
And he broke records.
Yeah.
He was a balloonist.
A balloonist.
When you know, he would ride an air balloon.
Yeah, hot air balloon.
And he rode from Japan all the way to San Francisco.
Yeah.
In a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
But there was an instance where I think he got so high that the balloon
air was all thin or what?
No.
Oh, the balloon
started to freeze up.
Yeah.
And so they were coming down. They were starting to sink down.
Yeah.
So they had to start dropping all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
But when they made it into California, they actually crash landed.
Yeah.
And so they had to be rescued. I think the next day from a tree or something like that. And so
son.
So he would do that shit, and then he'd be a speedboat racer.
Yeah.
You know, and he'd be out there in the ocean speedboat racing. And
fucked up in that thing too, dog.
Yeah.
Crashed.
Yeah. Crashed and almost killed himself.
Crazy shit, man.
And then what else? Oh, and I think there was something else he was doing, man. What the hell else was it?
It's speedboat racing, hot air balloons.
Mm-hmm. There was something else. Oh, backgammon.
Backgammon for real?
Yeah, backgammon. He was a backgammon world champion.
Oh yeah, because Steve Aoki, Steve Aoki took over that too, like a little bit. And I think the kids, the kids in school made fun of him because that's the one where you play with the tennis racket, right?
Yeah, it's like that little
that little birdie looking thing, and
something like that.
Yeah, and they made fun of him because he took over, but all the people that he was playing with, they're all little white boys, and he's the only Japanese kid with the slanted eyes and shit like that.
Yeah, he said that he tried a lot of sports in high school, man, but just nothing really worked out for him because he was so skinny, so small. I mean, they had him on the football team, but they never put him on the field.
Yeah, and then he couldn't really become friends with anybody in the sports, like the jocks and all that. So, well, yeah, man, that dude, his dad had a crazy life, gave it to his son too, man.
Yeah,
it's wild.
So I mean, and I guess it's good to say, or you can say that his son Steve Aoki got a lot of work ethic from his father, maybe just naturally, because I know growing up he really didn't get to see him that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And his dad, even they interviewed his dad one time, and his dad said, yeah, well, first comes my work, and then my sports, and then my family.
Damn, third is like, damn,
gangster. You know what I mean? Damn,
sure,
brother.
Thug life, fool. That's that thug life.
Yeah, for real though. So, man, and then
De La Cruz.
Oh, what's up?
Is that your homeboy? What?
Carney, that fucking bastard.
It's fucking up though, man.
Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah, sorry about that, man. Y'all gotta keep, refreshing y'all screen and shit. We're trying to figure out the problems here, but
yeah, I wonder, it could be the stream though.
Yeah, that or the Wi-Fi. Which one are you on?
It's
a good one.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe Bush and.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, but yeah, man. Then and then other than that, let's see what else we got, man. So he had a couple of siblings, and one of them is named Devin Aoki.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was she's an actress.
Yeah.
Model.
Yeah.
And she was
came out in a few Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I think only
just one.
Right?
Tokyo Drift. Yeah, no, it was one.
I think it was part 2.
Part 2.
Fast and Furious Part 2. Yeah,
okay.
I think so. She might have made an appearance in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift.
I was thinking because she's Japanese,
Yeah. That's kind of racist, but
they all got like different mamas too, though. That's crazy. Like that's his half sister.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because she was talking about one thing in the documentary, and she says my mom and then his mom. So they have, two different moms. So
I didn't catch that. Okay. Yeah, no doubt.
They have brothers and shit.
No doubt, man.
Yeah, she came out and seen him. Like I said, he couldn't make the performance out in New York, so he actually made one in L.A. And then the one in L.A. popped off, and his sister came, his mom came, and she actually saw it, and she was like, I think his dad right now, if he's seen this, he would have been like, he's pretty proud of him, man, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, he's got some crazy work ethic, man.
Yeah.
And he was one of the few, like, back then to bring it out.
Yeah.
And what's his label? Mac Dim or something like that?
Yeah, it's something weird. M-A-K.
Yeah, M-A-K, Mac Dim.
Mac Dim.
So, and a lot of people hate on him, man. A lot of people hate on him because it's like, he's not rapping.
Yeah.
He don't really say nothing really. It's just a lot of his music that he puts out there. A lot of shit that he creates. And then he'll bring in rappers. And he said that a lot of, they'll hate on him as far as him bringing in rappers and shit, but I think that's cool. I mean, you add a twist to it, add a twist to the music.
And he also likes that crazy shit like that, raw, where people are like, that crazy rock where it's not rock, but it's like heavy metal rock.
Heavy metal,
yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
He even busted his vocal cords and shit from doing that, dog. And then the doctor was like, yo, you can't talk for the next 2 weeks, and he's out there in the next scene, yelling his ass off in the crowd. And
oh, okay. I thought
he got like some crazy shit. I don't even know what it's called on his vocal cords. But dog.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was just like a couple weeks already or something that when that happened, man.
Nah, that shit. It was like the next day, dog.
Man. So, man, the Spurs play tonight.
Spurs again. That's back to back.
Who they playing?
They played Celtics yesterday. Won. At home. Are they playing again at home?
Well, what's his name wasn't playing though.
Who's that?
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas for
Boston.
The Celtics.
Boston. Yeah, he didn't play yesterday, so it might have been a different game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Isaiah Thomas, he a baller.
Yeah.
He can ball, man. He's small, but man, he can ball.
He can ball?
Yeah, he can ball for sure.
I don't think I've watched him yet, man.
For real?
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him yet.
Yeah. And so the Spurs looking different today, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, well, this season, you know what I mean? They got David Karate Chop Lee.
Uh-huh.
He came from, I know he was with Golden State.
Okay.
And I don't know if he went to another
Paul
team. Paul Gasol. He lazy, man.
Yeah, he lazy, though.
He don't want to play no goddamn defense.
He and his brother.
He's like, I already put in my time. I got championship rings already.
Oh, hell.
I'm here for the check.
Sit your ass on the bench.
Bastard. You know what I mean? And then what's his name, man? That fool from oh man, god damn it.
Oh, he's the point guard.
He's number 17.
17. Simmons?
Simmons.
Yeah,
yes.
Simmons good.
Yeah. I like.
He got like 3 freaking alley hoops yesterday, dog.
Oh, did he? I didn't get to watch the game yesterday. I was at the gym pumping a little iron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's always good.
Talking about get it. You know what I mean?
It's always good.
All I heard was CT Fletcher.
CT Fletcher.
Yeah, and you know what? I made a mistake the last time. His documentary. It's CT Fletcher.
Yeah.
My Magnificent Obsession.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I made a mistake last time, man. I was gonna tell Frank, dude. I don't know if Frank follows him, man, but
yeah,
I mean, he's a real good motivator, man. He tells you straight up how it is.
He should.
Because like I said, I mean, he did technically flatline twice.
Damn.
When he had that heart attack.
Damn.
And he came back, and so he's like, oh, what's your excuse for not going to the gym or not working out? And he'd be like, fuck your excuses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's.
He's like, if you don't have an excuse that trumps death, fuck your excuses.
That trumps death.
Yeah, and he's like, man, I flatlined twice.
I got no excuses.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Got you, man.
And he tells you straight up, he's got the 10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments of lifting. And
what do you say?
And like number 1 is, or maybe not number 1, but it's like in the top 5. It's like you must command your muscles to grow.
Got you.
He's like, because there's a scene.
I've heard that before.
There's a scene in his documentary where, he gets to the gym and he starts working out, and you hear him talking. He's like, I will command you to grow. You know what I mean? He's like, I own you.
Damn it, man.
I will command you. And
I gotta check that out, dog.
You get hype, man.
Yeah.
You get hype.
Yeah, you
know what I'm
inspired.
saying? There's people like
motivated.
that. There's people out there like that that can get someone motivated.
Yeah.
There's a motivational speaker, Les Brown.
Yeah.
Anthony Robbins. Joe Rogan said some inspirational shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's, for me, when I'm in the gym, that's the kind of shit I listen to. I know some people, have their
music,
their playlist and shit, man. Yeah. But me, I listen to a lot of motivational shit.
Yeah.
Because that shit it's good to hear, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of why people in this world. You know, I like to hang with why nots.
Why not? Or the people that have solutions as opposed to asking the question why.
Yeah. Man, don't be a part of the problem. Be a problem solver.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Be a part of the solution.
Motherfucking Joselle, this nigga. So, man, I wonder if the green line means that we're doing good.
I know, right?
The stream. I think next time.
What about a little bit lower, below that analytics? And there's no messages like last time. It was saying like, yo, your stream or this or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not saying none of that.
Maybe it's not acting up.
Yeah. Or stream health, my bad.
Where?
Next to analytics. There it goes.
Oh, so when it's bad.
Yeah, so we're good now. 7:56. That was the last one. Yeah, we good.
Okay. Well, hopefully the audio's linking up, because last time the audio wasn't linking up right.
Yeah, and hopefully the video's looking good too, because we look kind of choppy.
Yeah, for real though. So anywho, so yeah, man. So I guess Frank ain't gonna make it, huh?
Yeah, he probably, if he went through that traffic, he goes the same route as I do.
Oh,
so
no shit.
Yeah, he probably does that. Then he has to feed his family, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He probably won't make it that
Take his dog for a walk.
Take his dog for a walk, and then finally, oh shit, I had to be somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah, that's all good. He got to get reminded on a minute basis.
Yeah. That's all good, man.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm thinking? Maybe next time I gotta connect a hard line.
Yeah, hard line as opposed to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
that would definitely work for sure.
So, but yeah, man, and then so 24 years ago today, 24 years ago today. You know what it was?
What's that?
It was the release of an album. Can you guess?
Let's see. It's what's today's date actually? Fuck.
Today.
It's the 15th for sure. December 15th.
December 15th, dog.
15 years ago
Come on.
today. 2002.
Come on, baby.
The Chronic.
Oh, that's goddamn right. That's goddamn right.
The Chronic
The
2001. Fool, did you know they named it that?
No, not the Chronic 2001.
Which one was it?
But the actual Chronic.
Oh, okay, the Chronic, the original, first one.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the one that had the hits like Let Me Ride.
Yeah.
What is that? Dre Day.
Dre Day.
And
Yeah.
of course, it ain't nothing but a G
Yeah,
thing,
for
baby.
sure. That's the radio banger right there.
Yeah, man, that was off the chain back then.
Yeah, dog.
Damn, 24 years.
Damn, dog.
Ooh.
Damn.
Right? Like, god damn.
That was a badass record. Fool. I think I could bump that whole chain and that whole shit. You know, the only one I'd skip through is probably like the $20 sack pyramid. You know what I'm saying? You hear the beginning, but after that, you just skip through the shit. Skip through.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. The other one I like is the, you know, where the dad says, the girl's asking him, yo, dad, so if I had, you know, nuts on my chest, would those be walnuts? Or what does he say? Would those be chestnuts? He's like, yeah, those be chestnuts. And she's like, well, if I had, you know, nuts on my chin, would those be chin nuts? And he's like, no, bitch, you have a dick in your mouth. Mouth. That's the funniest part, dog.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So shit, man. And then, so what else happening out there,
dog.
man?
Chronic, man. That fool, I look up everything, and that fool Trump, dog, he's just trying to fill up his cabinet with a bunch of shit, dog.
Yeah.
Like, even, we got our old governor, you
Rick
know.
Perry?
Yeah, or not Rick Perry. What's that other guy? He was, trying to run for president, wasn't it?
Rick Perry.
It was Rick Perry?
Yeah.
In on the Secretary of Energy?
Yeah, Secretary of
And
Energy.
that was they said that was the one thing he couldn't remember. If he get rid of 3 I forgot what they're actually called, but you know, 3 different levels of government, not levels, but they're actually offices in the government.
Yeah.
He named 2, and the third one he was going to get rid of is what he's in charge of now. And
For real?
Yeah, he was
What
going to
the
get rid
fuck?
of the, you know, Department of Energy, dog.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
For sure, that's crazy.
I know he's trying to save a lot of money too. That man's looking at all kinds of shit, just trying to see if he could find some way to cut costs. I know the first one was Air Force One. He's like, nah, you know what? I don't need no damn Air Force One. I got the Trump, you know,
Yeah.
airline. I'm good.
And he ain't gonna use the Air Force One.
You think? That's what he says, but you
That's
know,
what he says,
you know, once he get in office, he's like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? $4 billion for a plane, I'll take it.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, might as well. It's there.
Might as well, dog. It's not. I mean, it's not yours, but you know, I see he's looking out for the American people in that way, dog. Especially
Yeah.
spending money. And then the other one is the F-32. He kind of was telling Lockheed Martin, like, y'all spending a lot of money on that shit, fool, and y'all just supposed to already be and y'all don't even have the plane ready, or in any kind of way is it ready. Like, we can't even get it, and y'all want more money to keep continuing research and development to try to get this plane out. And like he says, it's like,
Yeah.
it's too much money. You know what? Just,
Yeah.
you know, throw
And
that
so,
shit away.
and China was hating on him because he got a call from the president of
Russia.
No, it was either Tokyo. No, was it Tokyo?
Tokyo.
Might have been.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. China was hating on him for that, man. They were trying to tell him that, hey, don't be talking to them. You my friend.
You my friend.
You my business
You
partner.
can't talk to the other Asians.
Man, they crazy, dog.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, man. So, the Cowboys play what this weekend?
Yeah,
This
I think it's
Sunday night.
Sunday.
Is it
dog.
Sunday night?
I think it's Sunday.
Damn, again. They
Yeah.
prime time again. They better take it. They better take it this time, player.
Yeah, they
You
better.
know, old Dak, old Zeke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That boy, wow, man. That boy can.
Damn, they lost last year. Me and Frank started watching it. Right when he started watching it, dude, he's like, damn. One of his friend went to New York to watch the Giants beat the Cowboys, is what he said. And we were watching it the whole time, and they were winning. As soon as we weren't watching it, and they were winning the whole time. As soon as we started watching it, they came back, scored a damn touchdown, and the Cowboys never recovered, dog.
What the
Yeah,
heck?
exactly.
Man.
I was like, blame it on Frank.
Don't watch no more Cowboys games, dog.
Motherfucker, we talking shit right when they came on.
Right?
too, dog.
God damn, dog.
Yeah.
Man, let me see here, dog.
or that other dude, what's his name? Dylan Roof.
Who that?
He got that. That's the one that did the shootings, dog. He did the Charleston
Man,
shooting.
he went and straight up shot all those black folks, man, for no damn
dog.
reason.
He got found guilty. That motherfucker tried to represent himself as his own lawyer.
Oh yeah,
then
he
after a while, he's
crazy.
like, yeah, you know what? I can't do it. Yeah, exactly.
He
fool.
crazy.
And then all his letters that he wrote to his mom and dad and all that, they used it as evidence against him, because he actually wrote like, I'm sorry for doing all that, so he admitted his guilt.
Yeah, hello.
Dumbass.
Well, first of all, you see him on the video pretty clearly.
Yeah.
He walks in with a backpack or something like that, and then he walks out all like he's trying to sneak, and he got a pistol in his hand.
Oh my God.
So yeah, you know something went down.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You did it, fool. There ain't no fucking ifs, ands, or buts about that shit.
Yo, for real. And this nigga, man, this dude.
Emmanuel Church.
Huh?
It was called the Emmanuel Church. Mother Emmanuel Church.
Yeah, man. And so there's this story going on right now, man, of this Santa Claus guy who you know, to me, he like looks like Santa Claus, like he's the character Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And that you know, he got called from a nurse, I guess, at a hospital, that he goes and does little bids.
Yeah.
And that there was a boy that was terminally ill.
Yeah.
And when the nurse called him, she said, "Hey, look, you know, this kid is terminally ill. He's dying. We don't know how long he has." And so he's like, "Well, let me get my clothes on and everything." I think, and if I'm not mistaken, she's like, "No, you don't have time. Just get here as fast as you can." And so he gets there, and he tells the parents, or he tells the family, like, "Look, if anybody's gonna be crying right now, don't go in there.
Yeah.
Because if you do that while I'm in there, I'm not gonna be able to do my job."
Yeah, because I'll end up crying.
Probably.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So he goes in there, and he's talking to the little boy, and the little boy's like, he's like, you know, I don't know where I'm gonna go, and how do I know when I get there? You know, and I think he's asking if like they'll let him into heaven.
Yeah.
And so the Santa Claus guy, he tells him, "Look, when you get there, you tell them that you're Santa's number one elf, and they're gonna let you in." And he's like, "Think so?" Son. He's like, "Think so?" He's like, "Yeah, sure, they will. They're gonna let you in." So then the little boy's like, "Well, can you do one thing for me?" And he's like, "You know, get closer." And as he gets close, I guess before that he could actually say anything, he passed away.
Damn, what happened like that?
That's what he's saying, you know. But I mean, for some reason, the latest story about it is that they're questioning this account,
the legitimacy of this shit.
Yeah, they're questioning if it actually happened.
Okay.
So I mean, that was, I don't know, it's pretty wild, man.
That is wild, man. That was a crazy story. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you would think it's true.
Yeah.
Because why would you say something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's something real strong.
Yeah, that is real strong. And then you crying and all that. But then again, I don't know, man. You take that thing when you're on TV. Some people just start lying, dog. For real, out of nowhere, dog. You know what I'm saying? They just start telling some shit, fool. And it's funny you say that too. I just went to eat at Chick-fil-A, not that they sponsored us or anything, but you know, I ate there, and it was like a real life looking Santa Claus, fool. Looked 6 foot tall. He had the white beard, and he actually had the damn Santa suit on, fool.
Damn.
They asked him, "Are you next in line, sir?" And he's like, "No, I ordered mine through the flyby window." And everybody's like, "What? Where's that?
The flyby window?
Where's that? And you eating inside?"
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was pretty funny, man. I just saw that right now.
Yeah, man. You know, and then and I mean, I think Santa's good for kids, man. You know,
yeah.
I guess it depends on religion.
Yeah, that too.
You know,
and see, I think it's good all the way around, because you know, I was raised in a religion like that, and sometimes I don't think that's always healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else is celebrating that, it's just might as well celebrate the same thing just to be a normal child, dog. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes.
Well, is it normal?
I would say, look, it's an American normalcy.
There you go.
Because really, like, to me, Christmas is just a time to get the family together. It really doesn't have anything to deal with it being Santa, or you know, you having to buy Christmas presents and do all this extra bullshit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's just a time to actually get family together. It is another, you know, holiday like the American always has, just a made up holiday like Valentine's and Halloween, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they need something to celebrate, I guess.
Something to celebrate, dog.
They're like, let's make up an imaginary man who flies. He tortures reindeers to pull his sleigh.
Tortures reindeers.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can believe that, dog.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Show, dog.
Let's get this. Hey, hurry up, motherfucker! You know what I mean?
Yeah, dog.
Prancer and Dancer and whoever the fuck.
All of them.
Oh, Rudolph! You can't forget Rudolph.
Yeah, Rudolph too, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, but I go with it, man. My daughter right now, they're teaching her that shit in school.
Yeah.
You know, she's singing the songs and
yeah,
and she wanted a Rudolph with the red nose blinking. And, you know, so it was all good, man. You know, I mean, because, you know, growing up, I mean, myself, you know, I mean, that's what we were taught.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like anything else. When, you know, when you're told something from a very young age, I mean, you tend to believe it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
Tooth Fairy and all that other shit.
Exactly.
Easter Bunny.
Exactly. You know, my son is 12 years old, and he still gets me with the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a couple of teeth fall out not too long ago, man.
So, Dad, can I put these under my pillow?
No, he was like, "Hey, make sure you tell the Tooth Fairy. Make sure you tell the Tooth Fairy I got a tooth under my pillow."
Okay.
Yeah, and he had like 2 teeth fall back to back. Well, and I don't know if he did it on purpose. I swear to God, he was trying to get some money.
Teeth out.
Yeah. He's like, "Look, Dad, this one's moving." And I felt it. I'm like, "It's not moving." He's like, "It's moving. It's gonna come out soon." I'm like, "Okay, okay, if it does, okay." You know what I mean?
Nah, you're right, because I know I have a little niece and she's like that too, dog. She's always just trying to knock her fucking teeth out, bro. For real, dog. Like, what the hell? Who did that one? And she's like, AJ, her older brother, and this and that. They knocked her tooth out. Now I think she's doing it herself.
Man.
But yeah, man, Trump too. He met up with old Kanye's ass the other day too. That fool pulled up looking like Wesley Snipes from the Demolition Man.
For real,
got
though.
his hair blonde and fucking eyebrows blonde.
What the fuck?
This shit blonde.
For real?
That fool was looking mad crazy. They asked him on TV. They're like, "So, you by the president? You got anything to say?" And real quick, he took offense. He's like, "Oh, it's the president. I'm letting him talk." And then real quick, Trump just like, "Come on, dog." You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is my friend.
Yeah, chill out, dog. It's my friend.
Yeah, it's my friend. He's my friend.
wild,
We're friends.
Dog.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. You know, fucking well, Trump don't know his ass.
Hell yeah,
for shit.
dog. I think that it's just a publicity stunt. And then Kanye's trying to be like, "Fuck you, Jay-Z. Now I know the president, and this president don't like your ass.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck Obama."
Yeah, I heard he tweeted something out, something like that. Why didn't Jay-Z hasn't reached out to him or something like that? Sad face or sad or some shit like that.
Shit. Should have put a mad face.
He's starting shit.
He is.
He's a motherfucking instigator.
He is, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
That motherfucker right there. He
Damn, dog.
He's like, "My turn, bitch.
Yeah, that ain't right.
My turn to know the president."
That ain't right. Hopefully he don't end up like Lamar Odom.
Yeah.
You know
what
what I'm saying?
happened? What'd he do?
Lamar man, he got like super cracked out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know when he got fucking he was I think he was holding himself hostage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
He wouldn't come out the damn room and shit like that. I mean, he was super cracked out, bro. You know what I mean?
Lamar Odom,
he was stalking
dog.
who was it with? Chloe, right?
Wasn't he with Khloe Kardashian.
He was stalking her ass and shit. He would pop out like a crackhead from the bushes. Chloe, baby, let's get back together. You know what I mean? Come on, baby.
Some money for some crack.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Let me $5.
Let me $5.
You fucking bitch. So yeah, man.
Lamar Odom, dog.
That shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and I heard the other day he met up with old boy from the Baltimore Ravens and fucking Jim Brown from back in the day, football players and shit.
Who did Kanye?
Trump.
Oh,
yeah, that
okay.
was like, I think they said they even had to give that up. Like, yo, you gotta stop. You gotta get out of the Trump, hotel. Fool, you can't be doing this shit, meeting people every day and doing. You gotta focus on presidential issues.
Yeah, he meeting in the Trump hotel, boy.
Yeah, all kinds of meetings. Met Kanye. Then after that, met up with some football players, and he's probably got other meetings and other than that.
He's trying to win over black people.
Yeah,
he's like, you know what I'm
saying?
He's like that one person that's I got a black friend.
I got a black friend.
I'm not
got
racist.
Black friends. I got 10 black friends.
Yes.
But that's still racist.
That
dog.
does not make me racist. It's like that. I heard a saying that not every Trump supporter is racist.
Yeah.
But every racist is a Trump supporter.
I got you. That makes sense. I got you. Shit, what about any best of 2016s? You looking forward to any that bullshit?
Mm-mm.
I know there's always like, the best songs of 2017, the this 2017. It's always something the best of. I always tend to skip those things, but there's a lot of people that look forward to that shit.
Nah, man. I mean, if it lives on, it lives on. If not, fuck it.
The best movies of 2016.
I'm just tired of getting old, goddamn it.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Every year past, you're like, shit, I wish I was getting younger.
I know one of the worst movies of 2016.
What is that?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, for real?
For real, man. They had Thor up in that motherfucker acting dumb as a motherfucker.
No, I didn't even see that one, fool.
I mean, that big black lady.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny in some
cool.
parts, but for the most part, I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, it's obviously a movie to empower women. Yeah. Which I guess cool. Yeah. But overall, the movie was not
just
that
4
good.
thumbs down. If I have 4 thumbs, if I have 4 thumbs, 4 thumbs down.
Yeah, all toes down, man.
All
for real.
toes down, boo.
So man, yeah, dude. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't really say I had a best movie. You?
Yeah, now I just see a lot of it every day on different channels. Make sure to catch our best music of 2017 or 2016, the best movies of 2016, the best books. I'm like, man, fuck all that, fool.
Yeah, man.
Live in the now, fool. It's about to be 2017. Fuck 2016. It's over, fool.
Yeah, yeah.
It's over. We're about to.
I mean, because if it's a classic, if it's a good song, I mean, it's gonna get still played.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
radio play.
Just like we just said about the Chronic.
Yeah.
Those songs they're still played.
Hell yeah.
On the radio.
And even people that weren't born before it even came out listen to that shit. Yeah. That's wild, dog. Yeah. I mean, it's mad wild.
Those songs and shit, they're catchy. Yeah. I mean, I think it starts with the beat, amongst other things, the lyrics. Yeah. So. Yeah. But yeah, man.
Dr. Dre and his music, man, that shit is classic. Fool. Yeah. You cannot.
That's a super producer.
For sure, dog. That motherfucker. And our weather too, you liking this shit? Being cold every day?
Yeah. I mean, as long as it's not fucking freezing.
It's not freezing, man. Right? Yeah. We stuck in that low.
And that wind, man, but I hope it don't get rainy and shit like it did that one weekend, man. It was just terrible.
Yeah, it was.
Just wet and cold.
Flooded everywhere.
Don't want to do shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that type of weather, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. I hear that.
And then, yeah, man, so my son, man, they just recently took a picture with Santa Claus at my daughter's school. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he still likes to do that.
They have him go to the schools then?
Well, see, at some, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I was going to say, because some parents will get, offended with that shit. You bring it to the school, that's like bringing religion up into the school, man.
Well, it was after, I guess, when after the kids went home.
Okay.
And I guess
so you could choose to go or not? You
could make that decision, whether or not to go and take your kids up there. So yeah, my son he still does that, you know, and I like that. I mean, I just want him to be a kid. What the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's what everybody else does.
Bro. Even though he knows, I'll make for the action.
I fit the bill for them shits, dog. I bought them presents.
Yeah, he knows. He knows. And for a long time, man. Well, for a few years, when he started asking me about where babies come from.
Okay.
Yeah. I would tell him that a stork brought.
Dropped them off there.
A stork brought you, man. Dropped you off in the front. And yeah.
It's funny, dog.
So we were blessed with you.
Yeah, that always, that gets hard where you want to start telling your kids the truth about certain things, dog. It's you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, dog.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, your niece and nephew never asked you crazy questions like that?
About that? No, man. I think they kind of learn for themselves, but nah, they never asked me. None like that. Even like the Christmas, they found out on their own. Yeah. Tooth Fairy too found out on their own. It's just, the kids nowadays, they break it to them real quick. Bitch, Santa don't exist, you dumb motherfucker.
I know, right, man? Kids are cruel.
Quick, dog. I'm telling you.
Maybe they're not cruel, but they just really real.
Yeah, they're real, dog. They got the internet and shit. They can Google everything. Is Santa real? Fuck no, he's real. You know what I'm saying? Google gonna tell you the truth, dog.
Right.
So yeah, it's a different day now.
Yeah, I think Google will say some shit like it's a fictional character made up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, you never see nobody flying. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never hear no reindeer.
Yeah. I think it's good probably up to you 5, and some people 8 years old, you know, they can
Yeah.
get fooled up till then. After that, they kind of know what's going down, dude.
Yeah, because my son started asking me, so does Santa break in the house? How does he get in?
He has some magic fairy dust he sprinkles on himself to make himself smaller to come through the chimney.
Yeah.
Well, some people don't have chimneys.
Exactly.
He makes it through the toilet, you know, toilet exhaust and all that.
The vents.
The vents right
Yeah.
there. You know what I'm saying? The kitchen vent.
Man, so. But yeah, that's some funny shit, dog.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Did you have a favorite movie that you saw this year or not?
This year that I saw, let me see. Damn, I haven't really got no time to watch any movies, but yeah, man. If anything, I always watch old school. I always go back to old school shit. Yeah, dog. I like my old school
you mean
movies.
old school shit, not
Yeah.
old school the movie?
Yeah, no, just some old school shit. Now, I
Yeah.
watched old school. I watched that the other day, actually. It came on HBO or something like that. I recorded it.
You're my boy, Blue.
Yeah, you're my boy, Blue. That one's one of the best.
That's like a classic line, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
No doubt, man.
All of those. Will Ferrell's always just
You know which
he's a
other movies good? Like, well, this one's actually not from this year, but Superbad.
Superbad. Yeah,
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
That
dog.
was
I could
funny.
watch that one over and over, dog.
And what's that other one with James Franco? End of the World, or
Yeah, This is the End.
This is the End.
This is the end with all the freaking. That was the craziest movie I've
That's
ever
funny
seen
as
too,
shit,
dog.
dog.
With all the freaking celebrities in there, people die and how they die. Even when Michael Cera, the way he dies, he's who the fuck took my phone? And he gets stabbed by a light post, and he gets up in the air, and then his phone starts ringing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's embarrassing. It's fucking funny, dog. That movie right there, dog.
Oh, that's funny.
Kevin
shit,
Hart's in there too. A
Is
little snippet. They catch him, and he dies by falling into the one of the, not a sinkhole, but that shit cracked open. And,
oh yes, yes, I
got
remember.
pulled in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's funny, dog.
That's funny, dog. So, but yeah, I can't really say this year. I didn't see a lot of movies this year. I haven't even seen Suicide Squad yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, man.
No?
Nah, I haven't seen that one.
shit.
I seen some previews, and before they wouldn't show you everything, but now I saw that Will Smith's in there, and does he play? Is he what's the character he plays? The little Marvel guy. Damn, I forgot who he plays, dude. But he's like a superhero, but not really. You wouldn't call him a superhero because he's kind of like, he drinks. You know what I mean?
That's not from. What's that one?
Which one is it, dog?
When he played that one guy,
yeah. Hancock. There you go. Shit, I know.
Is that the same? Oh, he plays that same
that's
character.
That's what I want to find out. Is like I see that he's in there now because they're showing a lot more previews and showing you a lot more people in there. And I saw that Will Smith was a part of it, and I was just wondering, does he play Hancock in there? Like, what does he play?
Yeah,
but they don't
character?
really. Yeah, they don't give you any more than just snippets of the movie. They want you to watch it.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing. I was like, damn, man.
No.
This shit's crazy, man. This is nothing but freaking Trump on this shit. Just Trump this, Trump that, Trump this. And he is about to go into the office in a few weeks, dog.
Yeah.
3 weeks or so.
And so who won the Super Bowl this year?
Was it Super Bowl this year?
Yeah, who's gonna win?
Who's gonna win?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I don't know, man. Cowboys have a good chance, dog, but I don't know if they'll do it if they can lose to, the Giants.
Yeah, well, what's funny is that both losses are from the Giants.
Exactly.
The very first game and then this past one.
Exactly.
So it just depends.
And it's a narrow margin, so it's not like, they beat them all by a lot. It's like they beat them with that one touchdown and they could never score again. Yeah. So it's like...
Yeah. Well, man. I mean, Des Bryant dropped the damn ball.
Yeah, he fumbled it and fumbled it.
It was a catch and a fumble.
A catch and a fumble.
God damn.
Fucking dropped it, dog.
Yeah, man, that's just crazy.
Yeah, I did see that, man.
So, but then that would have kept the drive going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it would. I mean, and even if they could have got within, well, fuck. I mean, then you take into
field goal.
You take into consideration that Dan Bailey missed that one. Well, you can't. I mean, he missed it, but. It hit the goalpost.
Yeah.
And then it bounced back. So
if he would have made that, then boy would have scored. Probably would have won by 3.
Maybe. I mean, that's a scenario.
Yeah.
So
that's one.
So man, do you go to Starbucks?
Starbucks, man, I never been. And even a girl in last week when I had my old drug class and shit, there was a girl sitting next to me, and every day she almost came in with Starbucks and this and that, and she's like, you never even had, like, I told her I don't drink coffee, so she's like, well, they got like hot cocoa and they got this, they got that. I'm like, you know what, I've had breakfast from there, you know, somebody else brought it for me.
Okay.
But yeah, I had breakfast from there, but I've never had any other drinks, dude, ever. Not even hot cocoa.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Good. They got people fooled, man.
Yeah.
$5 for a cup of coffee.
And going there for that red cup. I got the red cup just to have it.
Oh my God.
They made a big deal about that shit too. It's just people like hating on them because they switched from red to green because it's Christmas. It's like, well, at least they're showing some kind of spirit, you know?
Yeah. I mean, and it's not even. I mean, there's nothing on there, right?
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
nothing on. It's just a red cup. Yeah.
But damn, that's crazy how they got them people fooled though. Yeah, man. It's $5, $6, $7 for a cup of coffee.
There's a shot in there. There's 4 shots, bitch. You got played, bro. That's what happened.
Yeah, man. So, and that's crazy. I mean, they got the machine set up. Just pour the beans in there.
Yeah.
I mean, they got it. They just made it so damn easy.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
And those they put those natural beans in there and it just grinds it up.
Yeah.
You know, makes the coffee.
They mastered the art of coffee making.
The art of coffee making. That's crazy. Dog.
They're the masters for sure.
Man. So I'm upset that this shit is coming in choppy.
Yeah, I know, man.
We keep freezing up.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be another. And it's telling us that it's healthy, and it keeps coming up. That's 30 minutes ago. I mean, 2 minutes ago. Check audio settings.
Yeah. It doesn't say. Stream is healthy. Check audio settings.
The bit rate, see, and I think that just happens to deal with the wireless. Well, I mean, not the wireless, but the internet.
The Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the internet connection.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Man, I'm gonna check that. It's just a work in progress.
Yeah, exactly. We're getting it there. We got the new cameras. We got the mics. The audio's better. So now we just got to work on our streaming for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. And but yeah, man. So it's gonna be a tough season for the Spurs, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like I said, they got a different squad.
Yeah.
And well, maybe, hopefully down the road they'll be able to gel.
Yeah, exactly.
Gel together.
Exactly. Because they've only lost 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's like, I forgot the record, but it's like they've only lost 5, dude.
Crazy.
Yeah. Let me see what they're at.
Man, I saw this other video of I think it was a badger.
Oh, okay.
A badger, and it took on a rattlesnake.
Ooh.
Or some kind of venomous snake.
Venomous snake, black mamba.
Something like that. Yeah, or a cobra.
A cobra. Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, man. I saw a video of it.
20-5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dog.
Well, I guess
number 1 in the Southwest.
Okay. Well, I guess not bad.
So right now they're winning 21-18 against Phoenix.
Oh, okay. It's on right now?
Yeah. It says right here. First quarter, 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Might have to put that shit on.
Yeah,
I'll put on.
They're playing right now the Phoenix, which is 8-17. They 5th in the Pacific.
Yeah. Dang.
It should be a good game, but like I said, you would never know, dog, with the Spurs.
Carney? So let me tell you a story.
Okay.
So me and my buddy Jose went to go eat at the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, by our office. And you know, I mean, it's predominantly Spanish speaking waitresses.
Okay.
Shit like that. I think they smuggled them in.
Yeah.
to help them start a life here. You know what I'm saying?
I could believe that for real.
Well, you know, we were sitting down, and so we're getting ready to order. You know, looking through the menu, and I told the lady I wanted some enchiladas.
Did you tell her in Spanish?
I think so. I think I told her, you know, plato de enchiladas.
Okay.
Right. And so and she was like, okay, so el número 8, it was the number 8.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I looked in the menu, I was like, okay, yeah, the number 8, and I said con carne.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Now if I say con carne, what would you think?
You want it with meat in there?
Yeah.
Well, either meat on top or meat inside the damn enchiladas.
Yeah, but would you think, what kind of meat would you think?
Beef? For some reason?
Yeah.
Carne is beef?
Yeah, I mean, that's typically...
I mean, it's meat, but, I mean, there's no... I don't know if there's a difference.
I mean, maybe I would...
Pollo would be pollo, and carne would be beef. That's right? What I would think.
Okay, so... so we kept going back and forth a little bit, because...
she's trying to tell you otherwise.
Yeah, and then maybe I thought, well, fuck, maybe I'm not hearing her right. So at first I was like, yeah, you know, el número 8 con carne. And she kept saying, like, pues, ¿de cuál? ¿De cuál? Which one?
Yeah.
Which one? And I'm like, pues carne? I'm like,
what are the beef? I mean, unless she's talking about the different types of carne, like beef, or you want beef fajita, or there's some people that get some crazy shit in there, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That could have been true.
Okay.
I mean, and she kept saying, pero de cuál? ¿Con qué? ¿Con cuál? Like, which one?
Okay.
And then, so then I was like, pues carne. And then she was like, no, pero de cuál? ¿Cuál? I was like, harina. Con harina. I was like, with flour tortillas.
No.
And she finally said, no, con beef or pollo, chicken? I said, beef.
Beef. Okay. Okay.
Oh my God.
What's the difference? You said the difference right there, which is, beef and chicken. That's two different words. Just like carne and pollo is two different words.
But then again, I mean, now that you mentioned it, maybe she wanted to know like carne asada,
got you,
fajita,
because you're at probably like at a Jalisco or something like that,
yeah,
right? Like
exactly.
a taqueria. So there they got some crazy shit. They'll stuff whatever they can in that enchilada, dog.
So, and
it's funny though.
And plus, it had been a while since I've eaten some Mexican food. I try to stay away from that.
Yeah, dog. That shit's fattening, fool.
But
for real.
I mean, but honestly, it'd been a while, so I was due.
Okay.
I was due. You know what I mean? I'm not too disciplined when it comes to the diet.
Yeah.
I try to eat as healthy as possible. Like
when you can't.
Like for my dinner, I had Subway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, they try to say that, man. I actually I had Mexican food yesterday actually because it was my niece's birthday, so we went out to Sausalito, something like that.
Sausalito.
Yeah.
Where's that?
That one's over there on Nacogdoches by 35 in Nacogdoches and 35, or you can get there from 410. Yeah, you can get there from 410 too. Like,
are you sure? I don't think Nacogdoches goes into 35. It might be 410.
Well, it's like parallel with it.
Oh no, is that right there? Like if you're going towards 1604?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you go down one way, you'll hit 1604. You go down another way, you'll hit 410, and then you take a right on,
Thousand Oaks.
Yeah. Or I turned right on Judson Road, and I hit 35. So it's like parallel with 35.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And that shit, man, you can tell by the name Sausalitos is like everything had fucking salsa or some kind of jalapeno in that shit.
They try to be real authentic.
Dude. And to me, I guess, coming from San Antonio and having Tex-Mex all the time, when you eat there, you're like, what the fuck is this shit? For real, that's what I felt like, dog.
Yeah.
Like, man, I had pollo acabon, dog, and it's just, charbroiled chicken, fool. That's it. They gave me a patty of chicken, and I was like, what is this? I wanted like a whole chicken charbroiled, fool. Like, eat it with my corn tortillas. And to me, that's healthy because it's like baked chicken, but, the barbecue way. So it's barbecue chicken. But,
True that.
You know what I'm saying? These foods, I don't know, dog. If
that's what I tell myself too when I go to Dickie's.
Yeah.
I be like, give me the chicken.
You know
what I'm saying?
Give me the chicken.
But yeah, like my man Jose, man, he can eat. He can eat some stuff.
Yeah.
And it looks good. He'll get a taco, he'll put some guac, some pico de gallo, or no, what is that, pico or some shit?
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah, it's pico de gallo.
And I mean, he'll make some good. Some good variety.
Make me a taco, dog. Damn.
Yeah, for real. But man,
put
I don't
mine
know.
together like that.
I wasn't, growing up, I wasn't forced to eat all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't catch interest in it. So
yeah. I think what you had it like a part of your life so much that you were like, nah, you know what? I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Because even my friend, he grew up with his mom cooking all the time, Mexican food. Like, man, he'd have homemade carne guisada, fucking enchiladas, everything, like every Mexican dish you can think of, and he would never eat it, fool, because he grew up with that all his life, that he's just like, you know what, I'm good, fool.
Yeah, I grew up with a lot of fidel, rice and beans. Of course, that was damn near on every single
day.
plate. Everything. Sometimes it was just rice and beans. That's all it was. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
Damn it, that shit is good too.
Lord,
you know what I'm saying?
But
see, and that's me coming from somebody who really doesn't have that all the time, fool. So like to me, I'll make a taco with just that, and I'm good, fool.
Yeah.
But when you have it on like as a kid growing up and that's all you had to eat, it's like, man, fuck that. I'm trying to eat something healthy, something good, a full complete dinner. I feel
right. But growing up, and then so after having that Mexican food all the time, then I went to fast food.
Yeah.
And so that was just, one bad thing to another.
Exactly.
Because I didn't have anybody to say like, hey, you need to eat this or that.
Yeah, exactly.
Healthy or whatever.
Vegetables and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it took a while. It took a while before I started eating tomatoes.
Tomatoes even?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even like now, I don't like pickles or onions.
Pickles or onions?
Yeah, you eat pickles or onions?
I don't like that.
No?
Yeah. I can eat pickles every now and then,
Yeah.
but the flavor sometimes I'm like, damn, and then it gives me heartburn too. So,
Oh, no
you know what
shit.
I'm saying? I can't even eat pickles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomatoes, I've learned to eat now, because before I didn't like them, but now it's like I got a different palate of, what would you say, a mature palate now.
All right.
And I've grown to like, tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one of my friends growing up, man, he used to be able to like eat a cucumber with that Lucas and all that, and he loved
salt
it, man.
candies.
Yeah, like it was he made it seem like it was like a good ass treat.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, damn, man, just it was sour.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't eat that shit.
Salty like a motherfucker.
Salty like a motherfucker.
Like, to me, I always explain it like, some kids like sugar candies, chocolate, and all the stuff we can think of, like gummy bears and just everything, dude.
Yeah.
The hard candies that we eat. And some people like salt candies, which is chamoy and, the Chinese candy, the Chinese rocks or whatever they are, the green ones, the brown ones and shit. And people, man, there's different palates now, fool.
Yeah.
The little kids now, they like that salt shit, fool.
Well, didn't they at one time they were trying to take that Lucas away and shit like that
That
because
shit
it
rots
had
your teeth, but it probably does it faster than the sugar candies, but it still does the same thing. So what's the difference, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're trying to
Maybe because it had more of a certain type of shit in it that was like rotting the teeth and shit.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, and these kids gonna make their own choices anyway. So it's like, you could take it away, but they're probably gonna be one or two that fight for it again.
Man, oh man. Oh shit.
Bringing another video to you.
Do I have this shit on? More of a certain type of shit in it that was like rotting the teeth and shit.
Gotcha.
Oh, sorry. So it's all good. It seems like it's going all right now.
Yeah, like everybody stopped using the internet. So
right. So anyhow, yeah, boy. So man, what else is good out there right now?
Shit. So it's getting closer to Christmas, and you did any Christmas shopping?
Oh man.
Or when do you do that? How do you do that shit?
Well, I buy some shit online.
Okay.
Yeah, and I get it delivered to the office.
Okay.
I won't have it delivered to the house.
Yeah, hell no.
Because them people be scamming.
Yeah.
Damn savages. They be out there stealing shit, man.
The packages. Well.
Yeah, my mom's got one of those lights. That,
Yeah.
That it reflects like lights on the house.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I told her, man, you can't leave that shit outside.
Hell no.
They will come and snatch that shit.
Yeah.
And not too long ago, man, a neighbor, cause I got this app that's like called the neighborhood app or something like that.
Okay.
And it's just like for your area.
Yeah.
Someone posted the other day that someone stole their light like that.
Damn. And what is it exactly? What do you mean?
It's like a light. It's a light that you plug in and you put it into the ground in your front yard.
And it's like projected onto your house.
Yeah.
Like a laser show type
exactly.
shit. Got you.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. Those will get stolen real quick, dog.
Yeah, man. So a neighbor posted that someone stole theirs.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Man.
So I told my mom yeah, don't leave that outside.
Yeah.
Because they will take that shit.
Yeah, they'll probably take it in, saying broad daylight.
And they
Not
said
broad daylight,
my,
but 7, 8 o'clock.
my parents said that they bought it from
JCPenney?
for like $25.
Not bad.
I
Man,
mean,
go get your own,
yeah,
dog.
go get your own,
Fucking
goddamn.
$25, fool.
That bullshit.
That's my weed sack, fool. Damn it, fool. You trying to smoke 1G instead of buying a damn light, fool.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt,
Poor ass
man.
bastard.
For real, though.
Shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Wow, dog.
Have you thought about getting a gym membership yet?
Man, I got to, dog, because I know I got to start talking to this probation officer, fool, and it's only going to be for 3 months real quick, but yeah, man, I got to talk to him, and that's one thing he's probably going to ask me is like, what have you started to do different, Ice?
Oh, okay.
That just sounded weird. What have you started to do different? You know what I'm saying? And that'll be one thing that I can mention is that I got a gym membership, started using my time a little better, and
And did you have to go back again, or what happened?
Yeah, man, I went back again and took another drug test because on the first one, I had already talked to. He was running late, so I didn't get to see him or whatnot. So I got to see this other guy that was taking over his place or whatever. So I told him the whole deal, and like, I'm probably gonna come out dirty this first time because it hasn't been a whole month since I've stopped smoking. So I go, what do I have to do? And he's like, well, just as long as it shows minimum, you're good. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm not worried about it, fool. So then I left. Next thing I know, I get a call from the real probation officer saying, hey, did you know you was going to come out dirty on your test?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew I was going to come out dirty. I told the other probation officer, where the fuck was your ass at? And he's like, oh, he's trying to make it seem like it's all my fault.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I got all these certain things I got to abide by. The first one's going to be, you know what I'm saying, that you were dirty, so I need you to take another test. And I'm like, damn, I wasn't going to see him for another 37 days, fool.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit, I thought I was in the clear, dog.
Yeah.
Hell no. He was like, come in the next day or the next few days and take another drug test. I was like, all right, cool. So started drinking my water, trying to clean my system faster because I wanted to come out clear. So by the time I go next time, I'm good.
Yeah.
And he's like, I came in, took a drug test again. He wasn't there.
Oh, he wasn't there.
Yeah. And then and according to the person that I checked in with, she's like, oh no, you don't have to see him today. You just got to take the drug test. I'm like, all right, cool. Took a drug test. It's been a day later. I get a text from him saying to give him a call. I call him back and he's like, yo, what happened with the drug test? It came out diluted now. And I'm like, bitch, what does that mean? Like, what
does that mean?
He said, like, what have you been drinking or what have you been taking? I was like, nothing, fool. I drink water all day, fool. Well, how many waters did you drink if you take the test at 8 o'clock? I was like, well, I woke up at 6 and I want to make sure that I take a piss, so I took like 2 glasses of water before I went there.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, you can't do that shit. But like, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, like come in here. I'm like, so I gotta not drink nothing in like you know what I'm saying, like I don't even know what it is. Like go in there, and when you go in there, the guy tells you to fucking drop your pants down to this like real quick, and it's cold in that bitch and all that. For real quick, you shrivel up, dog.
And they want to watch you. Right?
Yeah, they want to watch you. You get embarrassed, you get nervous, and all kinds of. So that means your shit is real constricted. You're not trying to piss, fool.
Yeah, for real though.
But unless you have that shit coming out like a racehorse or something like that, you good, fool. But like that's how I felt. So I drank all that water to make me, because the time before, man, I had to like squeeze it out, fool. That's how I felt. So then this time I was like, I just pissed. I almost pissed all on myself and shit, fool. Ooh. Yeah, that's how much I was ready, fool. So I got that out, and sure enough, he was like, yeah, dog, your shit is diluted. And I was like, man, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Well, you got to come in again. I'm like, bitch, that's already $10 per test. I've already taken.
You don't have to pay for it?
Yeah, I've already taken 2. Now I got to take a third one just to like satisfy you, but it's also to satisfy the court. So I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I'm really, pressuring him that it's his fault. But yeah, so I got to go in again, possibly this Monday, and take another one, fool.
Possibly this Monday.
Yeah, I could go any day up till then, but the latest is Monday. Like that's.
Well, you know what's good for you is to sweat.
To sweat.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you don't get a gym membership, at least run around the block, or go to the Kirby field. Yeah. Run. Yeah.
Got
get a good sweat in.
For sure, man.
Because that's gonna help open your pores and clean you out a little bit. Honestly.
Yeah. And I would say for me though, it's already been a while, dog. Like I haven't smoked in the last 3-4 weeks, so I'm good.
For real?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dog. But I was a heavy smoker before that, so like. Yeah. That shit ain't leaving my body for like 45 weeks, and it's fat soluble, so that means it stays in your fat cells, dog. So you have to get it out of your system in some way, and sweating would be a great way, dog. Yeah. And that's also what I want to bring up is just when I meet this guy, it's like, I've changed from my sessions of smoking to now my sessions of going to the damn gym, and I'll stay there like 3 hours, fool, because I don't have no kids or nothing like that, so I shouldn't have no excuses of not going. And when I do go, I only chill there for an hour. No, fuck that, I'll be there for like 3 hours, fool.
CT Fletcher says, fuck your excuses.
Fuck your excuses. Exactly. You shouldn't have any excuses, dog.
For real though.
Yeah, and I'm pretty a good motivator for myself, man, too, because once I say something for myself or set it as an example for myself, I follow through, man.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to set goals, man. You want something to strive for, something to achieve. You know what I mean? Exactly. So I mean, it's good. It's good. Even if you want to lose 5 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
5 pounds.
Start small. Start small, bro. I'm serious. You start small, and I mean, before you know it, you're like, damn, 5 pounds. Okay, let's try another 5. Yeah. And then another 5. You know what I mean? I'm serious. It gets addicting. Have you ever had a gym membership or anything?
Yeah. I've been to where I got real leaned out, man, and I almost got to a point where I was getting on these, because I really didn't do it when I was younger, fool. So when I got the little bug in my 20s and I did do it, I started seeing the muscles come out, and that really got me motivated. But what also took me away from that was I had 2 or 3 people that always would go with me. So we had like a group of people. It was like going to a club type shit. Yeah. So when those people kind of backed out on me, that's when I was like, fuck it, I don't need to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's it's whatever.
Yeah.
But like I said, I got to do it for myself, man.
For
Really,
real.
that's really what I got to think about. And when I can go by myself and do it for myself, I know it's gonna be for me. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure, dog. Because we're all a work in progress, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
sure.
No one's born perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you know how it is. I remember when I was on probation many of the times, but this one time I was on probation. Man, this one time I was on probation, bro. I took it for granted like a mother. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'd be fucking smoking, drinking, going, pissing dirty.
Yeah.
And the probation officer that I had she was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, and she was trying to keep me from getting revoked.
Gotcha.
But I just kept fucking up like a motherfucker, man.
Damn it. So what she do? What she had to do?
yeah. So this one time, man, we were at the club, and I had to go to court the next day.
Damn it.
Because they were gonna extend my probation because I kept coming out dirty.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we went to the club, and man, we were getting fucked up, right? And we partied all night. I think I didn't get home till like 4 a.m.
Oh,
and I had to be at court
at like 7.
I think I had to be there at 8.
Oh shit, 4 hours.
I didn't get there till 9.
Damn it, fool.
Till after 9 sometime, man. And I drove up there.
Yeah.
I drove up there thinking, it's just gonna be a real quick process.
Yeah.
They're gonna extend my probation.
Yeah.
Well, I was hung over like a motherfucker, dude. And so when I get there, you know, I find a place to park.
Yeah.
And I think I parked like at a meter.
Okay.
And I put in just for a couple hours because, you know, I didn't think I was going to be there that long because she had told me.
Yeah.
She told me, she's like, it's just going to be some talking real quick. We're going to extend your probation because you keep coming out dirty.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, whatever, you know what I mean? So, well, when I got there, yeah, she was pissed, man. She was like, you were supposed to be here at 8. You know, this and that. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I couldn't find a ride or something. I think even my license was suspended at the time.
Damn it. So you couldn't say you were driving.
Yeah, I couldn't say I was driving because I wasn't supposed to be. And so, you know, I get in there and then I'm waiting. I'm just, man, my head's fucking pounding like a motherfucker, man. And I remember, you know, so they finally call my name. I go up and the judge just starts talking and I don't hear a damn word she's saying. You know, and then the next thing that sparks in my head is that, so we're now going to take you into custody. And I'm like, what the fuck? And
what do you mean?
Yeah, I look over to my probation officer. I'm like, what's this just say? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm hung over like a motherfucker, man. So yeah, so she's like, yeah, we're gonna recommend that you go to boot camp. And I was
what the hell?
I was like, what boot camp? I was like, man, this is a motherfucker. And I thought maybe it was a scare tactic or something. You know what I mean? So yeah, they took me to the back, dog, and I was just there for a minute, and then the bail officer or whatever came over, had me sign some paperwork. He was like, if you don't want to sign, because I was like, what's this paperwork? What am I signing?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, this is the paperwork that you're agreeing that you're gonna go to boot camp and shit like
call that.
Yeah, and I was like, what? And what if I don't sign it? Well, we're gonna have to go back in front of the judge, and then she's gonna decide, you know, how many months you'll spend in jail. And I was like, damn, man.
That's crazy.
I was like,
dog.
what the fuck? Yeah, dude, I was like floored, man. I was like, this bitch lied to me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
How the fuck did you go from that to?
But I bet what it was is that because I showed up late.
Yeah.
I probably smelled like beer. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
you had pissed dirty all the
times. Yeah, I didn't give a damn, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah, dude. So they locked me up right then and there, man. I had to call my pops. Tell them that, hey, my car's over here.
Yeah.
It's you know,
Can you come get it for the
locked up. I had no bail, so I couldn't bail out.
Damn it.
You know what I mean? So they took me in right then and there, man, and they took me up, put me in.
You had to do what they said. That's it.
Yeah, I mean that's it, man. So I just remember that specifically, man. So that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So I know what you
mean. And that's kind of like what he was telling me is like, yo, I got to show this shit or else. I mean, I know you're only on probation for 3 months. And that's when I got out to him because he never had that first conversation with me. So I was on the phone and I was like, dude, I only got 3 months probation. So it's like this next time I see you, that's going to be the second time. Then one more time if I have to go. And really, if you have a third of your time served, you can skip out on probation. But not really. You have to ask your probation officer. He has to send it into the judge, and the judge okays it for you to say, you know, you're off probation.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, okay, I know you did that, so what you know, what have you done with your drug class and this and that? I'm like, I'm done, fool. By the next time I go see you, I'll have all my probation paid for. What about your community service? I'll have that paid for. As soon as I get this one paid for, I can go make a monetary donation. Bam, I'm done.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, well, the last thing you have to do is piss clean for me, fool.
Man.
And I'm like, I'm good, dog. Like, just all this bullshit that I had to go through just to get that first test. And like I said, he wasn't there the first time, so it wasn't enough time for me to explain to him, like, I'm gonna come out dirty, bro. I'm just telling you straight up. And really, the first thing, it was over the phone. He's trying to tell me, he's like, you didn't know it was illegal to smoke weed in the state of Texas? I was like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Well, I smoked up until the date where I knew that I had to stop smoking.
Yeah.
Which was November 8th. And 20 days later, I saw your ass. So that ain't enough time, fool. Especially from what I've done, fool. Edibles and, the shatter to the oils to the best of the best chronic, fool. Like, I got that shit stuck in my system, fool.
Yeah,
so,
no doubt.
I tried to tell him, and this time he was a little bit more understanding, but he also told me his end, which was, I need you to, come out clean so that we can get you off in these 3 months or even faster than that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool. I'm down. So
that's what's up.
I'm going to go in on Monday and take my third fucking test during my first month. You know what I'm saying? But at least we can be a little bit where he'll see that my THC is probably still at minimum. And everything else, I've stopped taking everything else, fool. So I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even just my regular back medicine, I stopped doing that so he don't question that shit.
Really?
And I had to bring in my prescription. I'm like, fuck that. I don't even want those. I'm just going to X out everything, fool.
Damn, that's
so like I said, my next step, I really want to get into the gym, fool. And then from there, it just be like, damn, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
Exactly, fool.
Yeah.
I don't belong in this shit, dog.
I mean, because Frank Frank's still blowing, right?
Shit, I think so. He does every now and then.
He still goes to the gym. And
he still goes to the gym.
Yeah, and works out and shit.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I mean, it is, it is possible.
Yeah, for sure. You can tell from that, that it's just like...
Because I think it's a myth,
That what? Get you tired and you this, you that. Yeah, no, that's all in your head,
It's
dog.
a myth.
Because me, I'll smoke before I go to the gym. And then after I get out the gym, I'd smoke again, fool. Like to relax myself. And dog, that's the ultimate feeling. When you go in there and you work the fuck out, all your muscles are sore, this and that, and you smoke, dog. Oh man, all that shit just goes away, fool.
Yeah.
You still feel it, but it just feels that much better because you high. And you experience it in like a different light, and you're like, dude, I feel stronger, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it makes me feel good, dog. I don't ever blame that shit on anything like that. Even the difference of smoking and not smoking, to me there's no difference, dog. I have the same lungs that I did when I was smoking, fool, because it doesn't affect your lungs when you're smoking, fool.
Man, even peanuts be causing death.
Damn it.
People who are allergic to peanuts,
hell yeah, dog. Eggs in some form or fashion, because even when I take the this other trying to clean out my system, it tells me it has eggs in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, eggs, what does that mean? Oh, people that are allergic to it, dog, it will kill your ass.
Damn.
I had to test the probation officer at the instructor at the drug class. He told me that this kid had eaten some kind of food that had either peanuts or something in there, some peanut oil or something, and he actually threw it up when he was eating dinner, and the parents didn't know what was going on. They're like, oh shit, well at least he threw it up, he's all good.
Yeah.
Later in the night, he ends up dying in his sleep or whatever, wakes up. He did something where he woke up and actually died, but the parents were all tripping out like, why the fuck did he die, fool? Took him to the hospital, had the autopsy done or whatever, because he died, fool.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, well, did he eat something he was allergic to? And they were like, well, we went to this dinner and he did throw it up, and then they found out later on that he was allergic to it. Damn. He was this, and he actually needed the EpiPen.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was something dealing with his heart or something like that, fool. But they didn't know all that. It was like they had to come to light later on by learning what the fuck happened, man.
Yeah.
But that shit, you gotta watch out, dog. Some
for
peanuts,
real, right?
peanut oil, that shit will kill your ass.
Yeah,
fool.
you also gotta watch out for cars.
Huh?
Yeah, no, well, because I say that because and this just goes back to like thinking about life, man.
Yeah.
Again, no matter how you live your life, whether good or bad, or no matter how healthy you are, no matter how nice you are, or how bad you are, or how mean you are, or how giving you are, how much you take.
Yeah.
I mean, you can die at any time.
Exactly.
Man. There was a recent case where a graduate of Warren High School. Yeah. He was in the Valley visiting family, and there was a driver that I guess maybe lost control or just didn't see the kids or something, but he ended up. It was I forgot the guy's name, but he was, like I said, a recent graduate of Warren.
Yeah.
And he was in the Valley visiting some family members, and he was with two other people, and he was walking down the street, and a truck came by, and ended up hitting him and killed him.
Damn.
You know, and I want to say that the guy was either drunk or something, because he turned himself in, but not till the next day.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
He went to like clean his system. Or
yeah, you know what I'm saying, or try not to be so
That's
drunk.
wild. Yeah.
And but yeah, you know, and then they had like a little thing on the news, you know, about his friends, you know, gathering at the school. And, and of course, you know, they had nothing but nice things to say. You know, as my dad would say, once you die, you know, no matter you did nothing wrong, because everybody says he was a good man.
Yeah, he did.
All the
good stories come out.
Yeah, all the good stories come out, exactly. But let's say, I mean, the guy was only, you know, maybe 19, 18, 19, 20, around there.
Okay.
Let's say that, he was a really good guy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they said he could sing, you know, I mean, he brought a lot of life to the room, and, you know, he tried to, you know, make someone who was feeling down, you know, try to make them feel good.
Yeah.
Well, with all that, you know, he dies by somebody running over him.
Drunk driver, probably.
Just possibly. Like that, man. I mean, he never got to live his life.
Yeah, experience.
You know what I'm saying?
Get out of college. I heard that you ain't a real man, or you ain't a real person until you're 26.
Yeah. Damn. Man.
It was in a movie, and the guy actually started laughing when he got told, because that kind of shit it's funny, dog, because I mean, you're only a high school kid, dog. What else did you do? What else did you learn if you didn't really even get to live life, dog? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't even get to be
he didn't get to do shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, who knows if he was even old enough to buy beer and drink.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
When you're 18, you can buy cigarettes and smoke yourself to death.
Yeah.
You know?
But you can't experience life, really. Like I said, I mean, it ain't necessarily you going to have to drink or go to the clubs or do whatever, but just be you, dog. Not have to be in school and have a job and have money coming in and actually spend it on things you want to do. That's when you start living life, man.
So that just makes me think, man. That makes me think about, you know, people and their religion.
Yeah.
And I mean, because, you know, growing up, man, you know, my parents, or maybe my mom mainly, she, you know, I was forced to go to Sunday Catholic school.
Oh yeah.
And that shit was crazy, man. It was, and in a way, it was a bit humiliating.
Yeah. Because
I remember them saying to the class, you know, if you masturbate, if you think about sex,
damn it,
they're gonna, when you get to heaven, they're gonna put it on the big screen and they're gonna show everyone.
Trying to embarrass you.
I'm serious, I was like, damn, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
They're gonna have a million pictures of me jerking off.
You know what I'm saying? Well, damn, a million fresh. Give me at least 100,000.
All right, 100,000 pictures, doc. Fucking A, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy, dog. And I was like, damn, like that, like, you know. And I don't know if that was like a scare tactic, or I mean, what, you know, why they would say something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, it was crazy, man. It was crazy to go to Sunday Catholic school, man.
And I know from my history, dog. It's like, you know, from my past is there was people when I was little that were saying, like, you know, if you live like this, you ain't gonna, you know, live a long prosperous life, or you're gonna go to hell. You're gonna do this, and I lived my life the way that I wanted to, and they're still living their life under those same conditions, dog. And I'm like, damn. So I really want to question them now. It's like, yo, was it worth it? Or is it worth it still? Yeah. They won't never know until they die and go to heaven, or when, you know, when they actually meet their maker, dog. That's when they feel that it'll be worth it, dog.
The Matrix.
Yeah. But other than that, you can't ask them right now, because they cannot tell you, fool, if it's worth it or not.
Yeah, and nobody that's died has ever come back to say,
so they can't
what
tell
it's
you.
Worth.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, to each their own, of course. You know what I mean? But on the real, I mean, that's wild, man. It's wild. Just religion's crazy. Religion's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dog.
I mean, you got Islam, where if you blow yourself up, you got 25 virgins.
Damn it, that's what they said already.
Yeah. That's how they get all them martyrs, man.
That's wild, dog.
You know, all them.
And I would say that's radical Muslim, because I see a lot of
radical,
people now.
Yeah, exactly.
Now there's a lot of people that want to be Muslims, and from us, what we grown up here and seen is like, you know, Muslims is not a good religion, dog.
Right.
There's actually a lot of people that, you know, that's one of the highest ones, just like Catholic and Christianity and all that.
Yeah, and not trying to shit on
isn't radical Islam?
Well, I mean, no, radical Islam, you want to shit on them.
Yeah.
But on just Muslims in general, I mean, I know there are good Muslims, and I mean, there's good. Okay, video. I'll put. Oh, what the hell? Something went wrong. The damn fucking internet again.
Again.
Yeah. Well. But anyway, man, so I mean, and then Catholics, I mean, I mean, I kind of, I was raised Catholic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My mom's was raised Catholic. I mean, she was a diehard Catholic. And
Roman Catholic.
I guess, you know what I mean? Because, she's from Mexico.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they were raised over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's just where, it came from. Like, that's the general name, but it's all Catholicism.
Yeah. And I'm still trying to find that out exactly as far as, how she was raised and what, Catholics, she went to church a lot or what. I mean, they'll still go to church every now and then, her, my dad and my mom. But just, I don't know, just crazy to find out about that, man.
Yeah,
Religion's crazy, man. It's crazy.
It is.
You know what I mean? And then, I actually don't push religion on my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I don't know if it works.
Yeah,
maybe it does,
exactly.
maybe it don't. I don't know.
You have to find out for yourself.
I think it's more just the way you raise your kids.
There you go.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Be that for sure.
Because I mean, think about it. You can be walking your dog, right?
Yeah.
You could be walking your dog, and if your dog attacks someone, your ass is in trouble.
Damn, for real?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get sued.
Damn it. Okay. You can get sued. I thought, it'd be more of like illegal thing. You'll get tossed in jail for some shit like that. But, I could see somebody else suing you.
Well,
because,
if you sick your dogs on someone, I think that can be considered assault.
Okay, assault.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So, but yeah, so, the other part of that is that if your kid goes and kills someone, you're not responsible for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So as a dog, you're responsible. As a kid, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's wild, fool.
Yeah, I mean, that's just I don't know, just something to think about.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so I mean, to each their own, man. I mean, I have nothing against any religion other than, I guess like I said, radical Islam or whatever. That the people that want to blow themselves up and hurt people and shit like that and kill people in the name of Allah
because of their religion.
Yeah. Yes, because of their religion, man. So, but yeah, so I'm just gonna let my kids decide what they want to do.
Yeah.
And actually, my son's been to church. I think with my mom.
Okay.
He's been to church, and so I mean, I think he liked it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
they always like it when it's not forced on them, though. For sure, they can find the liking for it. But just like my brother's daughter, she likes it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not forced onto her, but she enjoys going.
Yeah, I think I was kind of forced.
Yeah.
To do that.
And then when you do that, it's kind of like, I want to make my own decision, and it's like, no, you have to fucking live this way and like this and do this and do that. And I fuck that. And you're a little kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what you want to do.
And there was a time there where they were getting priests that were just molested. I mean, it's still coming out. Right? Yeah. I mean, there's still some people that are getting caught, or there's old cases coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I saw this one documentary. It was called oh man, what was it called? Oh gosh. I'm trying to think of what it was called, man. It was like, gosh.
Dealing with the priest, though?
Not with a priest, but with a type of religion.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically what it was about was, it was this one gentleman who somehow, he's got this way of speaking to people.
Okay.
And he built this following. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and it started off small. It started off small in the beginning. And he built this following. And what he preached is, be you. Be, let's live in happiness.
Yeah.
And he got these people to follow him, right? And they would, it kind of transformed into the followers serving
this guy.
Yeah, this guy who, I don't know if they called him the master or, the high teacher or whatnot. And so, and he manipulated these guys. He manipulated these men and women.
Yeah.
And so
turned it into like a cult type shit.
Yes, turned it into like a cult type. Yes, and for like it went on for about 22, 23 years, right?
Wow.
So for the first half of that, they lived in peace. Nobody fucked with them.
Yeah.
And they were not allowed to date. They were not allowed to. He would tell them, don't think about sex. Sex is dirty. This and that. But behind all that, he was manipulating the guys to have sex with them.
What?
Yes.
Damn, dog.
Yes. And he would fool the guys. He would fool the guys, and he'd take them in. He would take them in, and he would give them therapy.
Okay.
And the guys would have to pay him, the teacher, $50 for each session.
Damn.
Yes. And so he would say, so, have you ever thought about, like after, while the therapy has gone for a little while,
Yeah.
he would say, have you ever thought about kissing a man?
Oh
You
shit.
know, and then the other person would say, no, I never thought about that. And he'd be like, are you sure? And so he would slowly manipulate them, man.
Yeah.
And these guys were not even gay. Some of them were, but some of them weren't.
Yeah.
And it was just
Turn them gay or whatnot.
No, I wouldn't say turn them gay. They just felt like they had to do it because
shit.
they wanted to serve him. They wanted
Okay.
They wanted to make him happy.
Gotcha.
So I mean, it was pretty wild, man.
That is, dog. That's that coach shit for sure, dog.
Yeah, dude. And gosh, dog, I wish I could remember what the name was right offhand. I can't remember what the name was right offhand, man. But it's it was a Netflix documentary, man.
Netflix, okay.
Yeah. So and it turned out, it was just so weird. Like this guy, he was into like ballet. And
Yeah.
he was trying to be an actor, but he was a failed actor.
Okay.
And then it came out at the end that he was in some adult movies, but gay adult movies.
Gay adult movies.
Yeah, gay adult
porn.
movies. Gay porn, exactly. He was into ballet, and so then there was this one point where they were originated in California.
Okay.
All right, and then one of the daughters, I think it was either like a boyfriend or a parent. One of the parents hired a private investigator to follow these people around, and then he reported back, well, it's more like a cult, or it's more like a following that he has, and they never wanted to leave the
compound or whatever it was.
Yeah, wherever they were at. And so this one guy who was trying to talk to one of the females, she was like, look, I can't date you, my teacher won't allow it, this and that. And so the guy that was trying to talk to the girl, he reported them as like some kind of a cult. So it brought some kind of light on them.
Okay.
And then so when that happened, the teacher was like, yo, we gotta move, we gotta get out of here because they're trying to break us apart. So he and like
that's wild.
He and like 4 of the followers, they left California and moved to Austin.
Oh, damn. Austin,
yes,
Texas.
They moved to Austin.
Okay.
And so they stayed there for a few years, and then they brought the rest of the cult over. They sold their houses. They quit their jobs.
Damn, just to move
just to move over to Austin, man.
Damn.
And so they stayed there, and that was like 15 years in.
Okay.
So then they moved to Austin, and then they stayed there for roughly 10 years. But, at the end of those 10 years is when it started coming out. There was an email sent within the group that, this person, the teacher, was manipulating the guys and having sex with the guys.
Damn.
And so, and one by one, man, all the stories started to come out.
They're like, me too.
Me too. This happened to me. Yeah. And so, and they confronted him about it. And I mean, if you see this documentary, it's just like he started making these weird videos, and then he would get like facelifts and stuff, surgery on his face, Botox.
Yeah.
But what he would do is he would make one of the other guys do it first, so that way he knew that it was working, or what kind of effects or how it would look.
Wow. Yeah,
and then he would get it done.
Wow.
And he would keep it secret from everybody.
That's crazy, dog.
And so. Yeah, I mean, and then towards the end, when they finally confronted him, a lot of the people left. Some of the people stayed, right? But a lot of people left, and they told him, "Look, we're gonna move you out to Hawaii.
Okay.
But you have to promise to stop, preaching, or promise to stop trying to, lead this gathering of people or this cult."
Yeah.
And he said, okay. He agreed to that, right?
Gotcha.
So they flew him out. They went with him. They flew with him to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And they had him settle in. And so they go back and visit him, I think 2 or 3 years later.
Oh, okay.
And they're spying on him. They're spying on him because they don't want them to see him, right?
Yeah.
And
he had another following.
He had another following, bro.
Oh, fucking dude, dog.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude.
You go from jail to jail for that shit? Or
no.
No?
No.
The fuck?
Because technically they were all adults.
Okay.
Yeah, there were no young kids. They were all adults.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's crazy.
It's crazy. I don't think I can ever, you know what I'm saying, become a part of that, dog. I can't listen to somebody else's bullshit,
I
fool.
want to tell you what it is. Let me see if I can pull it up because I really want you to know what it is, man.
Because that's that other guy that was in Waco with that David Koresh and all that.
Yeah.
But that was truly a cult, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a crazy cult.
And they always usually run the same way. It's like a guy gets a certain idea, and what you could be whatever, but a man gets a certain idea, starts preaching to other people, he starts getting followers, and from there they move into getting the women in there. Then after a while it turns into like a sexual type thing. Some kind of sexual is involved in that shit. And
so it's called Holy Hell.
Holy Hell.
Holy Hell. Yeah, man. An ex-member charged his past from idealism to disenchantment in a California cult when alarming revelations about the group's leader come to light.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It was you know, that he was having sex with the men
with
there.
The men. Wow.
And it was crazy because this one guy, this one guy was recalling. He was thinking back. He was like, yeah, I remember when one of the other congregation members had interest in me, and they were like, kind of dating.
Okay.
Right, but then he
recognized
the cult leader. Yeah, he recognized that, and he said, look, you cannot date him. And the reason was because he wanted to fuck him.
He's like, I'm finna fuck him.
I'm finna fuck him.
That's wild,
that shit is crazy, bro. That shit is crazy, man.
The ones that I always see is not that, I try to watch them, or the ones that I always catch is the ones dealing with where the girls usually get, fucked over. Where it's like the girl, ends up having to have sex with the main leader, and then from there they get pushed on to the main high up guys. Okay, you can have that girl, she's only 15, but that could be your wife. And then you can have her, she's 14, but she could be your wife. And dog, that is fucked up, fool. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's that one, I don't want to say Mormonism, but
like something like that.
it was that one cult that was they were out of Texas also.
It's usually out some Texas shit, right? Dog, why the fuck?
Right, they're making us look real bad. God damn, man.
Waco and fucking Austin. And
man. And this motherfucker brought it to Texas.
And I think, a lot of our gun laws kind of provide a safe haven for them because they could feel like, shit, we could carry our own guns, we could do this, we could do that, we can have our own land and live our life in here, dog. It's wild, fool.
It's not, guns don't kill people, but crazy people kill people.
Yeah, exactly. We just
crazy people with guns. So no, that's cool, man. Well, I think that that's all I got for right now, man.
I think that's another good podcast, man.
Hopefully we'll have to see how it came out. I mean, I know some of the streams chopping, but I think maybe it was because we need to be hardwired in.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're gonna definitely try that next time.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to get my parents in here, man.
Yeah, another good interview.
Yeah, because I was talking to my dad the other day, and he was telling me some shit that I hadn't even known. Like, yeah. So he was telling me like that when he first met my mom's, that he was actually married, and she
what?
But that he was gonna get a divorce.
Okay.
So that they could be together.
Damn, son.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I just found this out the other day.
And you didn't know that?
I didn't know, man.
Damn it, fool. That's wild, fool.
And my brother was almost born in Mexico.
Damn it, fool.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So, I mean, I was...
Could have had a whole different life, fool.
I was blown by that, man. I was like, what? Like, damn, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. And you never heard it. Now you're in your,
I never heard that,
older age, and you're like, what?
And I was telling him, man, I got a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And I told him, and he kind of asked me, he looked at me funny, man. He's like,
what do you mean, like, why?
Yeah, he's like, what you talking about, Willis?
Okay.
Yeah, but he was like, what do you mean interview? Like, what are you talking about? And like, well, I was like, I want to get this shit documented.
Yeah.
I want to be able to talk to you, and let's put this on film, or just at least get it documented, because there's a lot of stuff I don't know.
Yeah.
I said, I know you're my pops. I know you from San Marcos. I know you did some construction.
You got like a general outline.
Exactly.
You want the details.
Yeah, but I want, you know what I mean? I want some details, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I hear you.
And then I know I had found out maybe about a year or 2 years ago that he served time in prison.
Damn it.
For killing someone.
Damn it, son.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, whoa, okay. I'm like, okay, man, just stop right there.
Just stop right there. Say that shit.
We got to get this shit on tape.
Damn,
you know what I mean?
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah, man. So it's crazy. It's crazy. And I, so I mean, like I told him, I got a lot of questions, and I said, unfortunately, when my grandfather died, which was his father.
Yeah.
I said when he died at a time where I was just kind of becoming of age.
Yeah.
You know, because I was in so much trouble from a young teen.
Yeah.
Into my 20s. You know what I mean? So I never had the time to stop and think and grow up.
Yeah. Right.
So by the time I grew up, yeah, that's when
it was too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had passed.
Yeah, I feel you on that one for sure, man. Because my pops, he's gone, and like I have no time now to ask him anything. You know what I mean? So I can't get to know the real him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm glad I had my mom because she's always told us all kinds of stories. So she's always told us everything, man. So
Yeah.
I mean, there could be some stories in there where she didn't, but I'm pretty sure we know a lot about our mom, man.
Yeah.
But that's crazy
cool.
to hear some good stories like. So some juicy stories though.
Yeah.
Like damn.
Like
That's some wild shit, fool.
Wild shit. Cause I was like, oh yeah, I was like, what? I was like,
You're
what? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, for real. I was like, that's crazy.
Fuck. That's my pops.
Well, hopefully we'll see how this podcast came out, and you know,
yeah.
Hopefully it's not all choppy. I checked that last one, and it was not too good.
Exactly.
Not too good,
we had the first good 20 minutes, and after that, it kind of downhill from there.
But hopefully, we're gonna see what happens, man.
Yeah.
So that's it for now. You goddamn savages.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share if you can.
Comment if you want.
Yeah. And if there's any questions, email us at regularshmos@gmail.com, and we'll definitely try to answer them. Or if you just want to talk shit, you could do that.